Hello everyone, this is Pal Ponder on Weather coming at you with another video. In this update, we're going to be talking about our next tropical storm that's brewing in the Caribbean that looks to bring more flooding rains to the island Jamaica starting on Sunday into next week, as well as Costa Rica and to Nicaragua. So before I do get started, if you do like weather-related content, please subscribe to my channel, as I will upload about 5 videos a week to keep you updated. And I do ask you to share this video with your friends and family that may be impacted from this next system. So let's kind of delve into the details. Here's the latest advisory from the National Hurricane Center. This is the disturbance that we talked about yesterday. They now give it a 40% chance of it developing in the Caribbean. It's basically right now a broad area of low pressure that is just kind of getting its act together, but things are starting to come together that it could become a depression over the weekend and start to meander over the southwestern Caribbean Sea and bring a lot of rain for these areas. Now let's take a look at the overall satellite picture and kind of spread it out to kind of show you the big picture of what's happening. Here's Zeta, that, man, it really overperformed yesterday, almost became a major hurricane at landfall, and with it be going so fast, it's still classified as a tropical storm this morning at 60 miles per hour, but this is quickly racing off to the northeast. But you can actually see where the cold front lies, and here's the area of concern. And here's the next tropical wave that's coming into the Caribbean. Yes, this is going to bring some rains to the U.S. Virgin Islands today, like St. Kitts, St. Lucia, all these areas. And this will propagate westward and getting to this area where you can start to see where the National Hurricane Center is giving this a 40% chance of development. All this is kind of coming into play. This wave is going to come in. This is bubbling up with the Central American gyra. And this is the area of my concern over the next several days of our next tropical storm that'll be coming out of the Caribbean. Because the latest probability guidance is really raised with the European model. It's basically really bullish now, even by Sunday. So the timeline actually is probably moved up a tad because this is really getting its act together. And it's pretty much almost 100% chance this thing actually forms south of Jamaica. So even though you might not be in line of Jamaica potentially, you could get a lot of rain as you experience with Jamaica. You don't actually have to be over, the center does not have to be over you. It's actually probably worse sometimes because the center's over water and it's still developing and, expanding as we go throughout the week. But let me kind of take you through the timeline. Here's by Tuesday, it kind of elongates. So this is a slow development too. So it's not like it's going to be a quick and then move out. It's a slow moving system. So it'll dump a lot of rain over an extended period of time. And we'll go over all the different models of what I'm kind of looking at and how this probably is going to play out over the next several days. But the timeline looks to be Sunday onward where things start to go downhill in a big way. But now let's take a look at the latest water precipitation, basically what's normalized, your anomaly. So historically, whatever you might get in an area for this time of year, this is what it's looking like. You can see this is today. This is basically, today's Thursday. This is tomorrow, actually. There's not much going on basically today. Friday, possibly into Saturday, it starts going downhill. But this is the wave that we start to, our area of concern that's coming in from the main development region that's going to tap into this area that's going to bring a lot of rain by Sunday. So this is the latest European thinking. But even by Sunday, we could be really locked in over the island of Jamaica, bringing more flooding rain. So you've got 3 days to kind of enjoy the dry spell before the next system comes in, unfortunately. And this looks to meander throughout next week. So let's kind of walk you through this timeline. But definitely by Sunday, you could be locked into a lot of rain over the island. And even let's kind of take you a look at some of the latest computer models. This is the latest Canadian model, and even has a tropical storm possibly forming right over the island on Sunday. So this is the latest thinking from the Canadian model. So either way, storm or not, you're definitely going to be inundated by Sunday in the island of Jamaica for more flooding rain. Here's the latest thinking of the latest European model, the cyclonic vorticity index. By Monday, by Tuesday, it has a little faster system, has it approaching the Nicaragua coast down here, bringing some more flooding rain to Costa Rica, possibly into Panama City, and places of that nature. And then here's the latest GFS model. It has a little bit more bullish. This is a little bit longer extended time frame. This is into Tuesday, into Wednesday, but you can see kind of the timeline here from Sunday onward. Things start to go downhill in a big way in this region with this tropical mischief developing. And we would probably more than likely have a tropical storm by then. And even the GFS implies that we could have a pretty formidable tropical storm approaching the coast of Nicaragua, getting into bringing some flooding rains into Costa Rica. But even on this side, you're still going to be on the right front quadrant, and Jamaica, the Cayman Islands, areas on the right side of the storm. That's the dirty side, and that's the side that typically brings the most inclement weather. So now let's take a look at kind of take you through a day-by-day guideline. Here's the European model. This is the simulated water vapor index of where they think the amount of moisture is going to be in the atmosphere during that time frame. You can see all the dry airs basically over the Gulf of Mexico, basically where no one lives, right? But this is a kind of a squeeze play that's happening and tapping into this well above average water temperatures for this time of year, causing that divergence that we talked about and really amplifying the thunderstorm activity. And this is by Sunday morning, bringing some more flooding rains into the island of Jamaica. So definitely be on the lookout for and kind of plan ahead for that, because even by Monday you can see the system kind of elongates. It doesn't really go anywhere that fast, so these rains will be over that island of Jamaica, spreading into places like Nicaragua, Honduras at that time, and even in the outskirts of the Cayman Islands as well. So this will be on the lookout for Monday. Now let's take it into Tuesday, kind of just bras it out even further, right? So still brings more flooding rains into Jamaica, Cayman Islands on the outskirts, bringing more rains into places like Honduras, Nicaragua, down here. So this whole area of concern will be locked in from Sunday, Monday into Tuesday. Now let's kind of take you back and take a look at the latest, what the GFS model kind of shows. Here's the dry air coming from the northwest. Down below, you've got divergence air. You got 2, almost 3-inch per rainfall rates. This is Monday, locked over the island of Jamaica, bringing a lot of flooding rains in that area. And by Tuesday, kind of the same thing. Has a little bit low-level spin, probably a storm at that point on the right side, pumping in anticyclonic flow and wrapping around and bringing the moisture in, crossing over Costa Rica, Panama City. All these areas are going to be inundated with torrential rain as this just feeds into the system and kind of wraps it around. And this whole area will have a 2 to 3 inch rainfall rate potential in the atmosphere by Tuesday. Now let's take it to Wednesday. Kind of to show you the same thing. You can kind of see this from Sunday to Wednesday. The system really doesn't go anywhere that quickly, so it'll be a problem that's going to be around for much of the week next week as the system really gets its act together. Possibly moving into Nicaragua and Honduras at that time frame. So this is the latest thinking. It possibly could be near the coast by the middle of next week as this thing comes develop. But Either way, I mean, the latest GFS model, the total precipitation is extremely bullish on this system. This would be a timeline from starting from tomorrow to next Friday. And these are some extreme rain amounts, folks. I mean, these purple areas, you're getting into the 20 plus inches of rain over the next week for the islands of Jamaica and into Costa Rica, extended into Panama City, getting into Nicaragua. So this whole area of concern is my concern in getting into the Cayman Islands as well. So, but definitely by down on the island of Jamaica and Costa Rica and down in Honduras, you seem to be more or less in the bullseye for the heavier rain amounts. You could be dealing with more landslides in these areas as well. So I definitely wanted to give you a heads up of what's happening with the latest of this storm that's brewing and the potential that could take place next week for the island. So I appreciate you guys watching this video. Please like it. Please share it with your friends on social media that's going to be impacted from this potential system next week. Leave your comments below and definitely subscribe to my channel to catch me in the next video where I protect you before and after the storm.